couple of drills because I really do want to get into the game tape aspect of this. So I don't have a lot of fancy drills when it comes to stunt and movement fundamentals. All right. So first we're going to do is called Stunt BGO. So we're going to do our stance and starts, and we're just working on footwork. All right. So you see number 55 there. He's working from a 2-eye. All right. He's working on a 2-eye cross in the center. So he's a 2-eye, whether he was a 3 or a 2-eye. If he's moving to the right here, okay, he knows he's keying the center. Does that make sense? So he could be a 3 technique. He's keying the center. 2-eye, he's keying the center. It's still the man we're moving to. So you see big step. You see his gait, kind of narrowed his gait there. All right, balanced stance. Big first step. Lead, climb. See how his second step crosses the line of scrimmage right there. Okay, lead, climb, dip, rip, and U-turn. Good. It's a good rep there by 55. Same thing. A lot of inside shades here. That was a young James Esther there. Is an all-MAC player for us now. I think this is his freshman year. Same thing, 55 here. Good. Playing in the CFL now. Good there. It's good for, that's a big first step. Really good job with his footwork right here. Eyes up. That's a nice rep by 55. Same concept here. All right. So now in our run game fundamental stuff, we did some stance and starts. Okay. So now you can kind of see we progress into our movement stuff here. So now we're just one gap movements. Just going one gap. Lead, climb, dip, rip. Lead, climb, dip, rip. Lead, climb, dip, rip. Lead, climb, dip, rip. Just moving one gap over. One gap over. That was our one gap movement. Now we're working our 2 gap stuff. This is our 1 gap stuff the other way. Lead, climb, dip, rip. So remember we talked about lead step, climb step. All right. Get them in the ground as fast as you can. Throw your head opposite, cock that rip arm, and rip up. Just a quick reduce of the numbers. See how you're going to lose the numbers for a second, then they square back up. So we don't stay square. We're not taking a lateral step. I know a lot of people teach lateral step, and I've seen it. It's a great technique. We're trying to gain ground at a 45, okay? Then take a lateral step. So that's our stunt BGO. All right. Our next drill is stunt key reads. So all we're doing now, you can do 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 3-on-2, just giving them different keys. Okay. So right now we got 2 eyes. They're working a 2 gap movement. They're running a rack right now. So both these guys are running a rack. So he's a 2-eye, keying the center. Okay. He sees a face. So in a 2 gap movement, he's going to cross that face. Same thing. So he ran for that last rep. This young man ran from a 2-eye. This young man's running it from a 3. It's the same technique. All right. Strike, cross face. Nice job there. Nice job playing physical with his hands. So now they're running the same thing. They're running a rack. This could be a 1 gap or a 2 gap because it's going to look the same. Okay. So from a 2-eye, they're keying the center. He's keying the center. If they got a veer, all right, they're going to play flat off the butt. So this is a beginning because right now he's seeing this as zone. He feels a guy on his back, so he's U-turning. All right. So we don't have pullers. We don't have ball carriers here to start. All right. Just working on footwork and eyes here, recognition. The next step is putting an O-line in. You're getting a puller, getting a back, so they do leave their path. Because right now for this drill, I like this kid a lot better than this kid because nothing's telling him to get off of this path here. There is no puller, there is no ball, so stay on it. So crossing face, I'm going to bump around here and bounce around, guys. Just to show you some different drills. So, yep, so same thing. He's running from a 3 technique, cross and face. So he gets pin, pull, it doesn't matter. That's a face. That's a face. And a 2-gap movement, he is going to cross face. This is a 1-gap movement, all right? Fight a face, chase a tail. So he's a 3 technique. We'll say that's the center, that's the guard, that's the backside guard. So he's keying the V of the neck of this center. Lead, climb, strike, vertical. Good. He's fighting a face, playing his gap. That's a good job there by 9-8. Same thing, 1-gap movement. Good. Good job using hands, ricocheting off into his gap. Okay, let's get into some game clips. Excuse me. So coming in here, all right, you're getting he's running a rag, he's running a rack. All right, we're not going to pay attention to this side over here. That's a different technique we're not going to talk about today. But so right now, these are 2-gap movements. He is keying the guard, he is keying the center. Let's watch the 2-eye first. He gets a face, 2-gap movement, he should cross. What I don't like, see how his foot doesn't gain any ground? See how it's almost a lateral step? I like to see a more downhill step, especially with the back away from him here. He can play this very aggressive. 4, good first step. Not much of a dip and rip there, right? So this young man, this is what we're gonna let him do. We let him swim. Okay, he's a little tighter, so we're gonna adjust with him because he's a good player. So he gets a face. He's gonna cross his face. Same exact thing out of both guys. Not a great, watch the second step there out of 4. Not a great step. See how he drags that second step? First step's good. Let's go back. Let's watch the 2-eye. Same thing, gets a face. He's going to cross. He's got to stay in. He doesn't. You see how he's taking a bad step. All right. He's stepping laterally, which now means now he's drifting. All right. He's getting flow at him. When he goes laterally, he's drifting. You see, he almost falls outside of the guard here. He gets more downhill at a 45. All right. He can play more physically through this gap, especially with the back away. All right, so say now we're watching a 5 technique. So say the 5 technique, he's got a 2-gap movement. He's keying the guard, okay? He's got a 2-gap movement. He is keying the center. So the 2-eye got a face. He took that as a face, so he crossed. Not a very good rip there. He's got to rip and clean off to finish. All right. Well, the 5 technique, he got a tail. So remember, a 1-gap or a 2-gap doesn't matter. Okay, he got a tail. So he is going to chase that. So his rule right now just be to stay flat. But I'll see as soon as he wins, he saw right here, his eyes go to the backfield. See how he loses his number? You lose his number right here on tape. And he shows you it again when he squares up in the hole. And he sees the ball. It's a nice play by 15. Good first step. Good eyes. Good movement. All right. Let's watch it from here. Same thing. 2-gap movement here. 2-gap movement here. Good job there by 1. That's a nice job. So he's getting power. It doesn't matter. Okay. This guard here is inconsequential. He gets a face. Face tells him to cross it. All right. He crosses it. He squares up. All right. There's no need to keep going flat. The ball, polar, everything's right in front of me. So square up in the hole. It's a nice play there for a TFL. Okay. 15 here. This is a good one to show. So he's getting a hinge. Okay. Who's he keying? He's a 5 technique. He's keying this guard. All right. That he gets it doesn't pull, veer, doesn't matter. He should be chasing this tail. He gets caught up by the hinge. Okay. He knows he's got to be at least underneath that hinge. 2 reasons from the scheme standpoint. All right. And he knows I can't be blocked by the man I'm aligned on. So at the very least, crush this down, make that gap disappear. See how he does that?